To close out this week's on uploads, I'm looking at one more deck profile in the form of Omega Adventure. EX9 has offered new upgrades to Greymon and Garurumon decks, but because these cards also have a special Digivolution cost from an Adventure Trait Digimon, how well can the deck function now? As always, if you enjoy these types of videos, do consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell for more future content. There are numerous cards in EX9 that this set introduces for Adventure support. I've already covered two of them in the last two videos with Greymon Alter-S mode and weregarurumon Sagittarius mode. Briefly, these two Adventure Trait cards have near identical abilities when it comes to their Your Turn effects, looking for the other to be played or digivolved into by name, or their respective Tamer being played in order to climb to next level for free. With Greymon Alter-S mode, you're introduced to some classic deletion effects along with DP buffs for an inheritable, while interestingly Garurumon looks at stunning and de-digivolving for its inheritable. Bottom line, when testing these in their respective tribal decks, admittedly, the concept of playing your Tamers for free evo had some benefits, whether it be potentially blitzing or mid-evoing during the attack. But when it comes to Adventure, it's a whole new game. While true, you can stay at the level 5 level and utilize the Alliance triggers and aggressively attack for security, admittedly, there are a lot of great plays with some of these new cards. The first card up for the discussion, of course, is going to be Omnimon Alter-S. While true, this card is not an Adventure Trait card, this Digimon did make an appearance in the Digimon Adventure Reboot series and arguably is insane for this deck. This Digimon has a when digivolving effect that if DNA digivolving, your opponent's effects do not affect this Digimon for the turn. Keep in mind this card is printed incorrectly for the English release and says your opponent's Digimon effects. It's not just Digimon, it's everything. Then you delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level. Additionally, end of attack, you may play one card with Greymon in its name or the version 1 trait, and one card with Garurumon in its name or the version 2 trait from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. If this effect played, you place this Digimon as the top security card. And there are a few things to break down here. It could be any level Greymon or Garurumon named Digimon, level 4, level 5, level 6, but the best part of this Digimon is that despite not being an Adventure Trait card, the effect of Our Courage United does proc when this Digimon leaves the battlefield for its own effect, meaning you can indeed play out another level 5 or lower Digimon to start comboing off again. I'll cover the combo for this particular deck briefly. Now outside of all of these Digimon, there's only one other addition to this deck, being the Taikamiya and Matt Ishida from the set. This 4-cost red-blue Tamer has an on-play effect that you may return one Digimon card with Greymon, Garurumon, or Omnimon in its name from your trash to the hand. If you choose not to return a card, you get to draw one. Considering this is not a mandatory effect, it's really nice that you have the flexibility to choose whether you recycle or not. But the All Turns effect helps you reclaim one memory each if you have a Greymon Digimon and a Garurumon Digimon in play when a Digimon is played or digivolved into. And yes, considering this is all turns, it's more fun combos with Our Courage United. But overall, when I started playtesting this variant, it makes Adventure a very possible OTK based deck. And here's the general strategy. Ideally, you want to find Taikamiya in your opening hand with at least one level 3. It just has to be that way. Because digivolving in the back on top of Tsunomon means that when you attack with a level 3, regardless whether it's deleted in the check or not, you'll recycle the level 3 and Taikamiya will draw you a card. Because Taikamiya is a memory fixer, this means that you can start setting up your Tamers, because once you have 2 more Tamers in play, your opponent might as well admit defeat. When you play Togemon, this Digimon can digivolve to next level for free if you have 3 or more colors, and considering with Taikamiya and 2 other Tamers, you'd have at minimum 3, climb into a level 5. But wait, there's more. Utilizing Taikamiya, you're able to play a 4-cost or lower Adventure Trait card, say another Togemon or Birdramon kind of card for free. And again, with 3 colors, assuming your Tamers are different colors all around, you can climb into your next level 5. And if that level 5 is the opposite of the one you just went into, you're able to go into both level 6s. So weregarurumon Sagittarius mode would climb into metalgreymon Ace, removing one threat on the board to the bottom of the deck, while weregarurumon would also remove another threat when digivolving into. And remember, with 2 distinct Tamers with different colors, this means both of these Digimon would have immunity from Digimon effects. metalgreymon Ace attacks, plays out a Digimon and does its check. weregarurumon Ace attacks and deletes another Digimon then does its checks. And now, it's Omnimon time. DNA the stack into Omnimon Alter-S, and this entire stack is unaffected by card effects, which means you can attack into security with no fear at all with the stack. And end of attack, play back out the weregarurumon Ace and metalgreymon Ace again, then place Omnimon on top of the security stack. And with weregarurumon Ace's on-play effects, again, you refresh the immunity. Considering Matt and TK give rush, these freshly played out Digimon can now attack, with metalgreymon Ace being able to spawn another Digimon, and weregarurumon deleting another Digimon. The importance of cards like Palmon is what allows you to recycle cards in your hand, to maybe draw into another Omnimon and end the game. Which is why onto the deck profile, mainly your level 5 and higher line changes. For level 2s, the priority here is Sunomon. Koromon isn't that great of an egg, and even with the DNA shenanigans, you'll lose your sources. The recycling is just that important. For your level 3s, Gabumon does help against a lot of the current meta in regards to memory gains like Gravity Crush. But the rest of the level 3s are dedicated to searching with the Biomon and the casual filtering including cards into the trash for Melga's effect with Palmon. Of course, for the level 4s, you have to run the standard for Togemon and Birdramons for the ability to cheat into your level 5s, but for the 1 tech, the Gatomon is hilarious as a means to deter your opponent from clearing your entire security. Remember, Gatomon's security effect allows her to be played, and then her on-play effect can hit 2 Digimon with security tech -1. Is it necessary? Personally, I think so. Level 5s, we've already covered the elements of Greymon Alter-S mode and its other counterpart for this deck with the weregarurumon Sagittarius mode. And for the level 6s, we're on 4 weregarurumons and 3 melgas. One of the weregarurumons being the promo for extra aggression, while the remaining elements are all the ace ones. The immunity of weregarurumon Ace is absurd, and in this build, especially because it's on play, Omnimon Alter-S just makes it better. But Melga's removal is also nice, and when you combine these with the super top end, again, it's too good. And of course for the level 7s, we're only on 3 Omnimon Alter-S's, though you could also splash in other level 7s like Alter B and Omnimon X. Though personally, I'm not a fan of either in this particular build, because you're already juggling a lot. As for options, I'd like to run the 4-hour Courage United, but some Digimon just have priority. There aren't any other options I'd run at this time, because you're all gas. As for your Tamers, every Tamer either has Tai Kamiya or Matt Ishida in its name, or both. With Matt Ishida and TK Takashi, this gives all of your level 5 or higher Digimon rush. And though I do run Tai Kamiya and Izzy Azumi, it's not as important, which is why it's only at 2 copies. The Tai and Matt is just so much free memory value, but the strongest Tamer of all is of course, the BT21 Tai Kamiya. Generally, a lot of decks I've been tinkering with have been very fast paced. But now the question, are the decks fast enough to compete with the current meta, or will there be issues? Overall, let me know your thoughts on this deck profile, because next week, I'll be descending into some villainy. This DIGI-PANDA, logging out.